Baltimore Ravens fans, you just got about the worst news possible. To add insult to injury, from the 1-3 start so far to this season, now Lamar Jackson expected to miss 2 to 3 weeks with that hamstring injury that he suffered in the loss against the Kansas City Chiefs. Brian Wacker with the Baltimore Sun is the one who broke the news, saying Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson could be out for up to 2 to 3 weeks and is likely to miss Sunday's game against the visiting Houston Texans with a hamstring injury. Two sources with direct knowledge of the situation confirmed to the Baltimore Sun on Tuesday. And unfortunately, this is kind of something that we should have expected, because John Harbaugh, when he spoke to the media yesterday, said there's no way Lamar was going back into that game. The injury precluded it. When he was asked, hey, if it was a close one, will Lamar have still played? Which is, I think, what a lot of us, myself included, thought. And Harbaugh basically shut that down and said no. But we've heard Harbaugh lie about things before. We didn't know if he was just saving Lamar. We didn't know what the situation was, and now this confirms it. Look, this sucks. There's absolutely no way around it. So far, through the first 4 weeks of the season, it feels like absolutely nothing can go right for this football team. You blow it in week 1 against the Bills. You beat Cleveland. Whatever. You then get embarrassed on Monday Night Football. You then visit the Chiefs, don't even show up, and now your MVP quarterback, some, myself included, think the best quarterback in the league, will be out the next 2 to 3 weeks of the season. The good news is, I guess, is week 7's the bye week. If you're going to take any kind of a silver lining out of this, another silver lining, your next 2 games are home matchups against the Texans, who just got their first win on Sunday, and against the Rams, who unfortunately will have a long week going into that because they're playing on Thursday Night Football this week. It's just a bummer, man. I'm speechless. You needed a win. You needed to win these 2 games to even get back to 500 through the first 6 weeks of the season. And now it feels a little bit, I'll talk about this in a little bit more depth in a while, it feels like that week 5 game against Houston is a must-win. Coming up next, injury breakdown, talking more about Baltimore's injury, and then let's talk about what Baltimore does. Because you got to have a game plan going against Houston without your starting quarterback. I'm going to tell you what that might be. I'm going to tell you what they need. But before that, I got to tell you what I need. I need you guys to subscribe, okay? We have never hit 4,000 subscribers on this channel in a single month, and we are 96 subs away from doing that. So far, through the first 30 days, we've added 3,904 subscribers. Massive numbers. I need you guys to help me break a record and get to 4,000. 96 flock members. I need you guys to step up. It's free to do so. Hit that subscribe button and join us for daily coverage. So things aren't looking good right now. Okay, that's obvious. They're not looking good for this football team, and they're definitely not looking good when you look at the injury report. And this is going to take us quite some time because it is lengthy. Lamar Jackson, out multiple weeks. Kyle Van Noy, out multiple weeks. Marlon Humphrey, confirmed yesterday, out multiple weeks. Roquan Smith, confirmed yesterday, out multiple weeks. Nnamdi Madubuike, confirmed yesterday, out for the year. Broderick Washington, Travis Jones, Patrick Ricard, Ronnie Stanley, all 4 of those guys did not play on Sunday. Their injuries, how long they are still to be determined. And like I was just saying, it does feel like this next week's game against the Houston Texans is a must-win. Because if you lose to Houston, who's, let's face it, not very good this year, I find it hard to believe you're going to beat Los Angeles, who, like I said earlier, will have had 10 days of rest going into that game because they play on Thursday Night Football this week. And if you lose both of those games, you are 1-5. You're 1-5. I can take being 2-4 going into the bye week. If you tell me 2-4, you get Lamar coming back after the bye week, hell, maybe something special can happen. You still got a lot of divisional games on the schedule in the future. But 1-5, it's looking bleak. Not impossible. It's been done before. There have been 4 teams in the history of the National Football League to start 1-5 and still make the playoffs. The Bengals in 1970. The Kansas City Chiefs in 2016, the Indianapolis Colts in 2018, and the Washington football team did it in 2020. but there's a hell of a lot more teams who have started 1-5 and haven't made the playoffs. So you look at what you got ahead. You need to beat the Texans to beat the Rams. I think you got to split those, and then you have to beat the Bears. You have to beat the Dolphins, and you pretty much got to beat every single team you're favored against for the rest of the year. That's pretty much it. And you got to play the Vikings. You got to play the Packers, Steelers twice. I don't know, man. Someone's got to get some heart. Someone's got to step up. And in a second, I'm going to tell you who that's going to be. What do you think the Ravens' record is going to be going into the bye week? Okay? Right now, they're 1-3. 2 games left. Do you think they're going to be 3-3? Maybe Cooper Rush can get it done. Do you think they're going to be 1-5? Or do you think they're going to be 2-4? You let me know in the comment section down below. While y'all are down there, I got to tell you guys about an awesome offer that is given to you guys by our great friends over at Prize Picks. If you download the Prize Picks app right now, use our code CLNS, you can get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. You and I make decisions every single day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Prize Picks is my go-to place for anything with daily fantasy sports. And it's the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more on Josh Allen's pass yards, rush yards, and touchdowns? Now you can pick all of them in the same lineup only on Prize Picks. Follow other Prize Picks players directly on the app. Copy their lineups in one click. Whether it's a friend, celebrity partner, or just someone whose picks you like, hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create in the new feed tab on Prize Picks. Here's my Prize Picks for tonight's game against the Yankees and the Red Sox. Game 1. Garrett Crochet, more than 7.5 pitcher strikeouts. He's a Tennessee Volunteer. Of course, I'm going to take that. Give me the more on Masataka Yoshida, half total bases. And give me the more on Max Fried, walks allowed with half. So download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. The link to this promo is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. So now it feels like the fate of your season rests in the hands of Cooper Rush. Or possibly rests in the hands of Tyler Huntley. Remember, you signed him to your practice squad just a few weeks ago. Regardless, the fate of your season rests in the hands of a backup quarterback. Are they going to be able to step up? Are they going to be able to win you games? Or more importantly, are they going to be able to not lose you games? Because whatever happens, in my opinion, Todd Monken's game plan needs to be give the ball to Derrick Henry. Because you could still win football games on the back of Derrick Henry. He's still having a good year. Now, is it perfect? No, he's fumbled the ball 3 times. 2 times in a massive, massive moments. But he's still averaging 5.8 yards a carry. He still almost got 300 yards through 4 games. He still found the end zone 3 times. I don't hate having Derrick Henry be your game plan. You tell Cooper Rush, you tell Tyler Huntley, look, give the ball to Derrick Henry, and then when we ask you to pass it, don't throw any interceptions, okay? Remember a couple years ago, Dak Prescott goes down. Cooper Rush was able to come in there and still win some football games for that team. This is where everybody needs to step up. The offensive line, the wide receivers, they got to make more plays. Running back, Derrick Henry, he's got to make more plays. And the defense, of course, is included in this. You'll not be able to win these games, okay? You will not win these games unless the defense steps up and does their part, something they haven't been able to do this season. If you're letting up 30 points a game, you won't win. Plain and simple. And unfortunately, that's what they've been doing this season. We don't even really need to dive into these individually. I can just let you look at them yourself because if I talk about it, I'm going to throw up. We can't see this Baltimore Ravens defense. We can't not see it. If we do, you won't win the football game. You won't win either football game, and you're probably going to start 1-5. A lot of people got to make some plays. A lot of people got to step up. I know you got a lot of guys injured. I don't care. Depth, we need you. Coaching staff, we need you. Lamar, expected to be out against the Texans. Will the Ravens beat the Texans? Yes or no? Let me know in the comment section down below, okay? Give me a yes, give Give me a no. Weigh in with your answer, and make sure you guys got me followed on social media. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to change that today.